Hey everybody, it's Comic Crack So this happened today. I decided I'm sick and tired of looking through boxes. There's been a couple of instances recently where I've been looking for a specific comic and haven't been able to find it. It's at the point with my collection downstairs that for the most part things are organized by company into box, but there was quite a lot that was still mixed. So I've started the undertaking of organizing by company. This pile of hate here, I have some extra bags and boards. I'm going to rebag and board these because those haven't been changed since I bought them, and they're all varying sizes. Some Image comics here, IDW, that Starhead that turned into Fantagraphics, some various indie companies where I just have an issue or two, Fantagora Press, some DC, some Quality, a couple of piles of Epic, pile of First, some of my Vertigo. I'm still in the process. There's still like another half a dozen boxes downstairs. Atlas Comics, etc. Some DC, more Vertigo. This stack here was a special one. That's the April 1973 stack of books. So books that came out on my birthday or in my birth month. And then up here I'll show you this. I've started doing this as well. Tim Marrant was talking about labeling his boxes, and I decided, hey, that's a great idea. I should steal that. So I've stolen it, and what I've basically done is I have some old backing boards. I've cut some card sizes. I made them big so I could get enough details, because some of these, since I'm organizing them by company, there's some companies like PC and Eclipse where there's many titles, so I want enough room to write each of the titles down, what's contained in the box, not the issue numbers or anything crazy like that, just what's in the box. And then when I've been swapping out some of the old comic bags, just kind of cut them out and tape them to the front of the box for a little bit of a file card sleeve. They fit kind of snugly, which is a good thing. It's not the easiest to, oh, there you go, that one actually went back in pretty easily. For some of them it's not the easiest to get the index cards in and out, but I figured what the hell. So what have I started doing here? I think this box is Eclipse, and then there's some Eclipse and PC in here. No, sorry, that's just Eclipse. This is a PC box here. And that was the big one. I could have sworn I had a full box of Pacific comics, so they must really be misorganized downstairs. They've got to be spread through a bunch of different boxes. So that's today's project. I don't know, maybe I'll check back in as I'm going through and you can see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes filled with various companies. Eclipse, last bit of Eclipse and some PC, some First, some Dark Horse, some more Dark Horse, and then just filling in the spaces, there's stuff in the back too. Kitchen Sink, Epic Comics I think is down in this box as well. And now these are kind of the DC, Marvel, other companies. There's Knockabout there, which is kind of rip-off press, like I showed you already, Fantagora Press, etc. Some Fantagraphics stuff and IDW stuff there. And I'm just filling boxes, these 2 short boxes, with Image. I have to clean up. The wife is coming home and I don't want her to see all the mess. So this is pretty much the whole collection up here now. There's a couple of boxes downstairs. long boxes, but one long box is all Daredevil stuff. The other long box is all filled with graphic novels. So I just want to kind of clean up this last bit here before special sexy lady friend comes home and kicks my ass. There you go. So I'll be back later, and when things are even more organized. So version 2.0 of the sleeves. I just cut this little bit out of the front layer of the plastic. I noticed on some of the other ones I've been doing for image, for some reason the seal on this plastic made it almost impossible to get the card out. So this way I can still grab it and slide it out of there easier. That seems to work, so I'm probably going to go back and do them all like that. That's that. Morning everybody. So you can see here what's still an ongoing project. We managed to get 9 boxes done, and then over here we still have some. This is a box of stuff that I'm getting rid of, so that's 3/4 full. That one down there I think has Vertigo and IDW and stuff. And then I've still got some laying on the ground here that need more boxes. And then 3 long boxes. 2 are filled with Marvel, 1 is filled with DC. And then I've got a big filing cabinet of comics downstairs you've seen before, and those are mostly DC and Vertigo. So I think maybe today I might get a couple short boxes again and fill out some more, but I'm liking the system quite a bit. It works out really nicely. It's gonna make my life a hell of a lot easier to just deal with. These 3 boxes are Image, and I made the mistake of not taking out all my Image comics. So at the very end, I put them all alphabetically, and then found these series on the right here, these 6 series, and just shoved them in the box for now. I'll reorganize them and alphabetize them later on. But yeah, it's been quite a project, and I kind of love it. Good tip, Tim. Alright, so final phase. Put up some art on the wall again. 4 long boxes in this corner. Graphic novels, Marvel, and I think just a variety, maybe they're all Marvel actually, and graphic novels. Oh yeah, 1 is Daredevil. Went out and bought this shelving unit. It was on sale actually at Canadian Tire. Regular price $80 I think, and on sale price for $60, which is pretty good. Holds 250 pounds per shelf. I don't know how much a short box filled with comics weighs. I can't imagine they're more than 75 pounds each, so I think I'm good as far as that goes. We have a couple of these shelves already. Eventually we're going to be building a bookshelf upstairs that's hard mounted into the wall, into the bracing in the wall. And in that I want to build myself a nice cabinet for comics. So eventually, if that does actually happen, these shelves will get a new life in our garage when we do that rebuild. There's 1 extra box up there. I managed to get rid of a long box, emptied it out, and gave it to Mr. Tom for his comics. And he had a short box there, so I swiped that from him, because I'm kind of done with long boxes. They're awkward, they're a pain in the ass, you can't really put them anywhere, and then when you do find a spot, if I want to get into those boxes, it's a real it's just a pain in the ass to deal with. This is a much better system. I really, really love this system. My brother's comics at the bottom that I've been holding on for him while he's in China. So I figured, you know, leave a gap so I can store some stuff on top. So recording gear and some manuals for work are down there. Some supplies up there. Comics, posters, that sort of thing. Another piece of my art that I found a nice frame for. You may ask yourself, why is that drawer on the floor and not in the cabinet? Well, my friends, the fucking cabinet broke today. The bottom drawer hasn't worked for a long time. You have to kind of force it open. I was doing some reorganizing, pulling some things out. Started to slide open this drawer, and all the bearings gave out, and the whole thing just went kaput, crashed down, and nearly killed me. It was a nightmare, people. It wasn't that bad, actually, but it did break. And I'm a little bummed about it because I really like this cabinet, but now that's 2 out of the 4 drawers that are completely shot. This one right here is on its last legs. The only one that works is this top one. The lock doesn't work anymore. I'm really disappointed. I really, really like this. I loved the system. Sure, it wasn't the most perfect thing in the world, but it wasn't horrible. It was pretty great while it lasted. So I'm a little disappointed. So I haven't thrown this out yet because a part of me just can't get rid of it right now. So eventually I will, and what'll happen is I'll get another rack like this. Probably go and buy it sooner than later while it's still on sale. And eventually those long boxes, all those comics will get transferred to short boxes. This whole shelving unit can slide over more into the corner to give me room here. Have 2 of these side by side. That'll also give me some room for some of those boxes I have down there. I can maybe put on the top shelf of this particular comic rack, or even on the bottom out of the way. Magazine boxes are here, these 4. Those will probably be able to make their way, although I think they're wider. Yes, they are. Would make sense since they're magazines. So hopefully I can get 3 on a shelf. We'll see how that goes. But that's the project. As I've been working on it through all this time, it's now days and days after my initial starting to go through my comics. But man, I love it. I think it looks really slick. Yeah, I mean, I love the labeling. Everything is just, it's going to be so much easier to deal with things. I've left room in each of the boxes, especially ones like the Image comic boxes. There's room in each of them because it's still stuff that I'm buying now. Left room in this. There's a little bit of room in some of these down here, but the rest of them I kind of packed up for the most part. The Dark Horse boxes and stuff are pretty much filled. Fantagraphics are filled because it's not series that I'm currently buying, and if I do find, I can always readjust the organizing. But a lot of these ones on the top 2 shelves are companies that I'm still buying books for, so easier to get at up top for me, so I don't have to do lots of bending down. And yeah, looks great. I love it. Thanks very much for watching.